forgot to do this. Oh yeah, it's over here. You're live. How's that? That'll work. How is everybody this fine day? Hey, Amy. Did you hide off in the room? Weather. Hopefully we'll get texted. Hey, Dallas County's director. How are you? Oh, yeah, see. It gave me Michigan. I'm mobile. I wish I was. But I'm stuck at my desktop. It's 52. How are you beautiful people doing on this fine Thursday evening? It's kind of hot in here, I think. I'm kind of sweating anyway. First time to you live. Sweet. Oh yeah, share it out. That's what I was trying to do. Hey Josh, how you doing? Oh, now I got my chat so I can finally see. I say that, but that light's kind of blinded me. Facebook. That's what's taken me so long. Trying to get everything, you know. Hey, Stringfield Ridge Farm, Teresa. I'm driving home. We'll be listening. That is awesome. Please be safe. Awesome. I am doing not too shabby. I got a haircut today. First time in 4.5, 5 years. Hey Henry, how you doing? Group. How is everybody's? I did take a nap today. I did not eat though. This was first time in 2 weeks I haven't eaten before my life. I forgot. Time got away from me. I'm good. Awesome. Now if I learn to spell. I ordered seeds today. Yay. Oh, speaking of that, I don't know if Susan's in here, but I got her seeds finally. I want to order some more seeds. I want to get a romaine lettuce. No, something else. I do have plenty of beets. I went through my seeds yesterday. And everything that's in this basket right here is what I'll be planting. Prayers for you and your family and all the other affected by the bushfire. Oh yeah, for Josh. Most definitely. Sorry, the chat thing disappeared on me. Trying to share it out real quick. I'm going to be sending you more seeds soon. Sweet. What you sending me? What you sending me? I got the loofahs and the gourds set aside. I'm going to definitely be planting those. Hey, Grammy Karen, how are you doing? And share that on regular Facebook, and I should be done. You're right back. Going to share you out on all the platforms. Thanks, Dallas County. That's what I was trying to do. Now I can pop out my little chat. I think I'm going to have to get me some readers or something. My eyesight's getting worse. Or maybe it's the light. I don't know. Doing pretty good, trying to get warm. It's 53 here. No, 52 here. But I understand. It's not as warm as I'd want it to be. Like, last week it was like 80. And then it got cold again. Hey, Jessica Thomas. Getting started on the homestead. Hey, Bub. If I forget anybody, I apologize. I think I got everybody, though. It looks like I have. I'm so glad to see y'all here. Like, what do you think of my haircut? I'm so happy. I was nervous. Shouldn't be, but I was. Because, sometimes, you get a haircut and it just ain't all that. But mine was decent. Made my daughter go with me. But, oh, I do have some news. A friend of mine, a fan, a watcher, somebody I'm connected to, is breaking down 3 of their beds. Because they won't be in the area to maintain them. They have one that's like a self-waking, but without saying too much and getting into their personal business. Anyway, they're giving me the 3 beds, which is 4 foot by 6 foot, and they're 2 by 6s. So I'm using that wood to make one of my long beds, and then I'm taking 2 of my smaller beds, the 2 little ones, and I'm taking them apart and making them elongated and stretching them out to where they're elongated. So my garden will end up looking something like that. Right there is the U-shaped bed. There's going to be a little bed in the back. The beds that are that person's giving me. The 2 little beds that I'm going to make this big. I think I'll make it that big. Yeah, that's 3. And then this right here is where my arbor is. And then the little bit I just built. And with the scraps, I'm going to build a little square thing to go in the middle. Because I have that right there. Let's see if I can do it without the... I'm going to plant that in that little square. So I'm so excited. Yay. Yes, free stuff is awesome. I am so excited because that cuts my costs. Oh, what? About $100 at least? Maybe? Thanks, Bub. I hope so. I've been trying to figure out how to get it all in there and make it look uniformed like it was designed that way, which is not easy. Huh? I don't know if that's a troll or if they're trying to say something and I just don't understand. You. But anyhow, seems like I'm a little laggy. It isn't when I'm watching it, I don't think. Just on my phone. Oh well. Quality. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was just fixing to do that. Thanks, Amy. I knew there was a reason why I loved you. Yep, looks like a troll. Does that mean I'm famous? I've hit the big time? I got a troll? Got him. Just like that, Bobcat, huh, Amy? That was a great shot, by the way. I'm just saying. Thank you so much, Dallas County Scratcher. Hey, Living Miracle Homestead. Hey, Dallas County. Funny thing. My daughter works at a convenience store, gas station. And she's got to the scratchers and stuff. And we were talking about channels that actually do scratchers. And I'm like, yeah, I'm subbed to one. I watch one quite often. I said, Dallas County. And she said, Dallas County Scratcher. She knew who you were. I thought that was pretty cool. Hey, I'm just wanting to see your troll. Yeah, right, Teresa? No doubt. MC, I'm here but waiting to see if Daryl pulls my channel. No problem. I understand. You just missed the troll, Anna. One shot and done. That's right, Amy. Her name on here, I think, is Baby Bat 2000. but I'm not sure. Trolling. Here I come trolling. Nathan, you just a tad bit late. And happy birthday, Nathan, by the way. Teresa, are you the troll? Kathy, I love the new thumb pic. I took out your troll permanently. Thanks, Mimsy. I appreciate that. I really do. It's not every day I get a troll, though. I get one maybe, once every couple of months. So I'm not too YouTube famous. It's just a picture of her, I do believe, Dallas. But she knew who you were. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm like, yeah, I'm sub Dallas County Scratch Off. They're scratchers. But yeah, I've gone through most of my seeds. I'm trying to decide exactly where I want those new boxes to go, but I think I got it. Because instead of putting spaces in between each box and making walking room, I'm just going to make them one long box. That way I have more growing space. Because I'm kind of limited being in, what do you call it? In the city. Oh, speaking of that, I have joined a seed membership thing. It's called Urban Organic. Here, let me look it up. Urban Organic Gardener Seed Club. And they got different ones that you can do, but for as little as $5 a month, and no, I'm not sponsored by them, but I thought it would be cool. You can get a pack of seeds sent to you and stuff to grow it in every month. I think the 5th of every month. If anybody's interested, you can go there. But I thought it was pretty cool. I have about 7 plants going now, but all but 2 have grown so far. I appreciate your love and support because I really new to this YouTube thing and still learning how to do things. Oh, no problem, Dallas. You know, I'm in Fort Worth. You know, well, Saginaw. Right. But I went ahead and did it last night. It's $5 a month, and you get seeds tailored to your gardening style and your growing zone and time of the year, and they're kind of unique or whatever. And I'm like, that's cool. So I figured I'd give it a try, but I'll keep you all updated. But I can't wait to get the boxes going. And I realized next week I really need to get all my seeds started, like all of them. You are really New River Kennels is out that way as well. Where at? Do you know, Dallas? I didn't know Finley River was that close to me. But that's cool. I have to go to their about page. Because, you know, we're all kind of in, what do you call it? Not a stone's throw, but we're not too far from each other. Hey, GJNC Oregon Homestead, I apologize. I'm butchering something that should be fairly easy. And English is my first language. Okay, kind of my only language. So they're sending you short growing seeds? You're funny, bub. Yes, they're sending me gnome seeds because, you know, I'm the garden gnome. Hey, Southern Blessed Homestead. Hi, girlfriend. I actually made it for a little while. Right? I'm so glad to have you. It's been a pretty good day. I got a haircut. I found out I'm getting boxes, garden boxes, I'm getting wood. No, that still didn't sound right. I'm getting 3 4-foot by 6-foot 2x6s beds. Does that make sense? Did I say that right? It doesn't say it in his about section. Dang, we'll have to catch him next time he's on live and ask him. And then catch him on tree trimmers if I can get over there. I think by Weatherford. I know exactly where that's at. That's not far from me at all. Such a cute little garden. Yeah. This is actually the cute garden gnome. I'm just holding it. No. Actually, I have the garden gnomes that Susan from Grow Where You Planted gave me for Christmas. They're like little ornaments. What was I going to say? I lost all train of thought. Squirrel. I had a squirrel moment. Thanks, Southern Blessed. I just got it cut today. I was so excited. I still have my length a little bit, kind of, sort of. But I know it's going to be a hot summer. And I know I'm going to be in the garden. So, and I haven't had a haircut in 4.5 years. Not a real one. Now I have, where you could bring all your hair forward and stick it in a ponytail and then bring it in and just chop off the tip, cut off the dead ends. I've done that. But as far as going and getting a real haircut, it's probably been closer to 5 years. Hey, Camp Patton Family Compound. That is not easy to say for some reason. Definitely squirrel moments, Dallas. I get them often. I get them quite often, more than I should. I think we're going to have to change it from squirrel moment to a senior moment. Camp Patton. There we go. I knew I'd get it in a second. It just took me a minute. I haven't eaten yet either, so that might explain some of my, That's what I do too, Rachel. I hate spending my seed money on... Exactly. Well, I mean, the haircut was $18. Then you have tip, so it was $25. You know how many seeds I could have bought with that? It's just like, ouch. We have a lot to remember. No joke. Southern Blessed, I'm like 2 years away from 50. I will be 48 in July. If I lost some of this weight, I'd look a little skinnier too. And I can hear Mama Z saying, well, if you put them sodas down, you would. Hey, Mama Z, I love you. Yes, Island Life does it as ADD moments. See, I knew she was going to say it. Yeah, see, if you put them sodas down, and I'm about that close, but I have to wing myself off. I can't just quit cold turkey. Let's see, Mama Z, you're in Conroe, right? Do what? No, see, my color comes from Walmart, like $6, and my daughter does it for me. There's no way I could pay $100. I see it getting there, because that's about how much my daughter's cost. Yeah. I couldn't do it. Do you know how much soil I could buy for $100? Almost enough to do my 2 beds. Hey, I was right. She is in Conroe. Because I drive right by there to go to Amy's to Louisiana. Your wife's going to be 51 in August. No way. I've seen your wife. She looks younger than that. I'm from Newcastle by Graham, but I live in Conroe right now. Right. I know exactly where Conroe is. I don't know where Newcastle or Graham is, though. But I know where Conroe is, because I come to a crossroads, and I either go right to Conroe or left to Louisiana, and I always take left, of course. All good in my area, but still a lot of fires on the other side of the country. I am sorry to hear that, Josh. I hope it gets better. So when are you coming to visit again? As soon as I can get my truck legal. And hopefully that's before the shindig. Ooh, I still have to get my tickets for the shindig. Who's all going to the shindig? Well, I've thought about it, going more natural, but I don't know. We'll see. It's south of Wichita Falls. Okay, I know where that's at. Newcastle is in the UK. Trying to catch up. I've been coloring my roots. but I need to do it again. Oh my goodness. Miss Veronica, you have graced my life with your presence. I bow to thee. I'm joking. MHMR Queen 1 is my best friend of 21 years? 22 years? 22 this year. And okay, that's why I just need and trim myself and quit coloring. That I see I was cutting my hair myself, but I wanted to get a real one. $22. That's what I was thinking. Yep, because it was November of '98. Wow, and this is 2020. That's a long time. I kind of lost my thought. But yeah, a long time and been through a lot of stuff together. Amen, sister. You got that right. In fact, I think, yeah, probably. The longest friend I've stayed in contact with, like physically could see, you know, go have dinner with. I was busy today, otherwise I would have been pestering you. Yeah, because Mrs. B and Prep Stutter Bob is at Amy's. I told my wife to stop coloring her hair because it started falling out. See, I don't know if that's why my hair was getting thin or if it was just stress. Divorces, kids being born, grandbabies. Amen, sister. Gardens. Vehicles breaking down. Moving. Hey, Ms. B, we were just talking about you. Living Miracle Homestead, gotta run. The kids are acting up. Alright, Living Miracle Homestead, thank you so much for stopping by. I just kind of lost my thought again. Well, that's 2 squirrel moments in less than 10 minutes. Here, Rach, you get your shindig tickets whenever. I know, I gotta get them. I've gotten my Bayou Bash tickets already, but I haven't got my opening a new window. We'll shrink that for later. My shindig tickets yet, but I'm going to, because I am going. Definitely going to be there. Follow. Why do I have to sign in again? Continue Facebook. But yeah, I'm definitely going. Going to be there. I can't wait. It's going to be a blast. I know last year was a blast. Because that's where I met all you wonderful folks. Okay, I'll do that later because it's asking me for passwords I can't remember. I won't be able to make it into the shindig. Oh, I'm sorry, bub. Yes, still lots of fires on large. Water bombing planes crashed 3 people died. Ooh. I am so sad to hear that. And they were American, came over to help fight the fires. We gotta get shindig tickets, but I'm keep putting it off and make sure my mom is up. Yeah, I understand that, Teresa. Me too, Misty. I can't wait to go. I am so looking forward to the shindig. Gotta run for a bit. Need a break before I try to mod Pine Knots Farms and Green Dream a little bit. Love you too, Anna. Thanks for stopping by. Mama Z, that's not fair. I can't put my PJs on. I guess I could, but yeah, bub, are you coming to the bash? I'm going to the bash. And if you know, would have known her just 5 years ago, so she came out of her shell. Yeah, y'all have no idea. Yeah, I've met so many people. I went to the bash last year all by myself. Got a campground. I guess it was about an hour away, and camped the night all by myself. Went to Roots and Refuge house that night for the barbecue. Went back to the campsite. Stayed there like a big girl. Got up the next morning, got ready, and drove to Searcy, Arkansas, and went to the shindig all by myself, which is something I never do. Missy, you're going to the bash? Sweet. I don't think I'll be able to make it to get together except for the one here in Kentucky. I'm sorry to hear that, bub. When is the one in Kentucky? I don't know if I can make that one or not. And what part of Kentucky? Alright, Veronica, I love you too. Aw, thanks, Teresa. Hey, Jesse. I had a question for you. Where do you get your soap supplies from? Do you have a place in particular that you prefer over any other place to get your soap making supplies? Just out of curiosity. Unless it's a trade secret, then you ain't gotta tell me. Let's see how far that is away. Copy. Open me up a notepad and paste. I know I didn't get to go last year, but I'm going to try to get to go to one of those this year. I have a few. I'll email you. Okay, Jesse, I appreciate it. Just out of curiosity. Y'all remember that dried apple pepper? That dried in my windowsill of my kitchen? That thing is still hard as a brick. I don't know why I just play with it. I bet you I could get the seeds out of it. Can't hear them though. I'm sure they're in there though. Yeah, I copied and pasted it, bub. I'm going to research it later when I get off the live and then see if it's close enough. Is it free like the bash, or do you have to pay? Or do I have to bring a dinner or a side or something? You know what I mean, like a potluck. How does that work? Educate me, brother. It's a simple little potluck picnic. Heartland Homesteaders on Facebook for free. Sweet. Thank you for the information, Teresa. And one more while we're at it. Yep. I'm definitely going to the shindig and the bash, and I want to try to make one at the end of the year. I didn't do it last year, but I want to do it this year. So I'm hoping. But I know it's going to be kind of tight. Alright, Miss Patty. I love you. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Sorry to interrupt, bud, but I think I type faster. I used to type fast, and then I got carpal tunnel. And then I started doing the pecking thing. But I can still type, just not nearly as fast as I used to. But yeah, I got most of the seeds that I'm going to plant set aside. And now I got those 3 beds given to me. That's going to help out. So all I have to do now is get soil. And, but I noticed, I was looking on the calendar, I really need to start like everything next week. And I'm like looking at my dresser thinking, ooh, I gotta make room soon. Cool, there are still all kinds of campsites in the area. That's cool. Thanks, bub. Because that's definitely how I'd have to go. I can't afford a hotel. Not unless, you know, my YouTube blew up overnight and I started making, you know, big money, which I don't ever see that happening. thanks, Jesse. I've got, you know where those two little ones, the two little ones side by side? I'm taking those and I'm running 2 beds the rest of the entire length of the yard. Kind of. It's like 18 feet. One's going to be 4 by 18. The other one's going to be 3 by 18. I say 18. It may get shrink down to 16. 16. But that is going to increase my garden space, my square foot gardening to, well, if you count that little 2 by 4 or 2 by, that little square thing that I'm also doing, I think it was like 340. So yeah, my square footage has completely jumped. Hey, the Tinkerer's wife, how are you doing? Check Airbnb. We did and got a good deal. Okay, Jesse, I'll do that. Because, you know, I'm poor. I'm so poor I can only afford the last 2 letters of the word poor. I'm poo. That's awesome, Patty. I'm glad to hear that. It finally stopped raining here. It was sunny today for a little while, but it did get dark. It seemed like kind of quick. You know, like 5:45 quick, where, I don't know, the other day it seemed like it was like almost 6, but it's really cloudy and I think it's going to rain again by Tuesday. The weather's been kind of going spastic. Because I know, like, the day that I built the beds, or got the wood for it, it was like almost 80 degrees. And then it dropped to like 30 and 40 degrees. And it rained and rained. But I did get my onions planted and I did get my potatoes planted. And depending on where I read, some places say that's early, some places say that's late, so I don't know. I did read where it said something that as long as it don't drop down into the 20s, onions will be fine. I'm like, well, it hardly ever drops down to the 20s here. Making black-eyed peas and cornbread for the road show. See, now, Amy, you just showing off now because you know I haven't eaten yet. I gotta find out what we're doing for dinner. Because the last 2 lives I'd eaten before. Not this one. Yes. I haven't eaten since like 11, so yeah, I'm hungry. We have plenty. Oh yeah, I can see now. I'm going to stop my live. I'm going to hop in the truck. I'm going to drive 6 hours, which is almost 7 o'clock, so 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11, 12, 1. So about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll be at your house for dinner. I don't think everybody else will be too happy about that. Then again, who knows? But that'll be a long drive for black-eyed peas and cornbread. But Brett's black-eyed peas and cornbread, it's almost worth it. Pork skin nachos. I just want some nachos. Hey, Thrifty VG from Rhode Island. How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Oh my goodness, it's Frugal Farmer. Yeah, peas and cornbread is awesome. Except when I'm doing keto. Shopping at the mall. What you getting? What you getting? Do they sell seeds at the mall? No, I'm just picking. What else was I going to get? I know I was going to get some romaine lettuce, and I was going to get something else. And I can't find my red corn. I have Indian corn and something else. I'm not buying anything. My friend is buying something. I've been there, Thrifty. Actually, that's where I got my shoes at, I do believe. Seeds. Yeah. Because you know we all have seeds on the brain. Hey, Organic Raw Roots Farm. How are you doing tonight? I think I got the sniffles. But the temperature's been going from like cold to hot, In fact, like in the mornings, like I get up at 5:30 to go get my daughter from work. It'd be like foggy as all get out, or cold. It's either one or the other. Yeah, frugal. Texas does get cold on occasion. It's not like, okay, it's not like a seasonal thing. It's like a weekday thing where today's Thursday. It's a little chilly, but yesterday and the day before were cold. Tomorrow and the next 2 days are going to be in the 60s. So last week we had one day that was in the 80s. I was 80s. It hit 80. It was like I was sitting there watching it, and it kept teetering from 79 to 80, and I just kept looking, and I'm like, yeah, it feels like it. Hey, freaky geek. How you doing tonight? Better is not cold. Our cold snap winter is over. Where are you at? Organic, Florida? Because that's the only place I can think of that it would be over. We are going to be warming up for a few days. Same here. The next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I think, is supposed to be in the mid-60s. 1980, it was a cheaper time to live. Yeah, no joke. I was 55 when I woke up at 5:30, and now it's 43. Wow, that's a pretty good drop, fairly quickly. Been raining all day. See, that's the way it was yesterday and the day before. It finally stopped. I'm in Miami for a few days a week. Our farm is 5 hours up north. I said I knew you was in Florida because that's the only place I could think of that the winter snaps are done. If it was 1980, I'd still be in high school. Bub, if it was 1980, I would be in elementary. I had dance moves in 1980. Let's see, 86, I was a freshman. So 85, I was 8th grade, 84, 7th, 83, 6th, 82, 5th, 81, 4th, 80 would be 3rd grade. So I was in the 3rd grade in 1980. I was rocking the mullet. Dude, I'm rocking the mullet now. I'm just saying. But it's layered, so it don't look like a mullet. I will be almost hitting 70 later this week. Oh, you're talking about the temperature. I was like, girl, you're not fixing to be 70. High today was 58, I think. You were in the 5th grade when I was born. Yeah, I know, Amy. You're a baby. I still have dance moves. I just a whole lot slower. No joke. Do you guys remember sock hops? I think they were like the junior high version of prom-ish type thing, or dances for junior high. I graduated in 81. My son was 4 in 1980. I got shirts older than most of all of you. Hey, frugal. You ain't that old, brother. Seeing a sock get tossed, none hopped, none hopped though. It was called a sock hop. It was a dance in I want to say 5th grade, 6th grade. I was born in 82. Wow. 82, that was the year we moved to Texas, I think. Sock hops were 50s and 60s. They were also 70s. And early 80s. I was working for the police department in 1980. In 1980, I lived in Missouri. And in 82, I think, is when we moved to Texas. Yeah, because I turned 10. And I was born in 72. Because I'll be 50 in 2 more years. My thong was hopping, but he was cramped. They have medications for that, frugal. Lou thinks I will try to help. Never know anymore how many mods you might need. Yeah, Teresa, because, you know, I already had one troll tonight. After working all day in the yard, I felt old. Now I don't. Now I don't. Thanks. I lived in Dallas for over 19 years. I've lived here for 22. This time. When I was a kid, we moved here in 1982, and we stayed here for like, I want to say 83, 84, and then moved to North Carolina for about a year, and then back to Missouri. I use gasoline and matches. I hear bleach works better. Right now I'm in Saginaw, which is 5 miles north of Fort Worth. When I was a kid and we lived here, I lived in Harker Heights, which is right outside of Fort Hood, which is south of here. I grew up in Watauga. I used to live in Watauga. Small world, ain't it? Geez, cops flying by. In your area, Tinker? Tinker's wife? Hope everything's okay. But yeah, I used to live in Watauga. My daughter went to middle school there. Quail Court. Where's that near? Had 7 cars 2 nights ago. And yes, wow. Hard neighborhood. Can't wait to move. No doubt. I'll keep you in my prayers. Oh, no problem, Mama Z. Oh, that was that booklet had said the name Frugal Farm. Wow, I worked at the food line that is not there no more. Yeah, that's gone. Watauga has really grown. I mean, used to, you know, between Watauga and, say, Roanoke, there wasn't hardly anything. Keller was a 4-way stop. And now you can't tell where Haltom City, Watauga, Keller, Westlake, and Roanoke begin and end anymore, hardly. I mean, we were looking that up the other night. This area that I live in, the DFW area, that's Dallas, Fort Worth, and the surrounding towns. When I first moved here, it had 3.4 million or something like that. And now we're sitting, depending on where you look, it's either 6 point something million to 7.4 million and growing. I went to Keller High School. I have friends that went to Keller High. My daughter actually graduated from Central, which is in Keller, because Keller has 4 high schools now. They have Keller High, Timberlake, Fossil Ridge, or is it Timber Creek, Fossil Ridge, and Central. And my daughter graduated from Central. My brother lives in Trophy Club, and it used to be nothing, and now it's its own town. Yeah, in fact, my daughter's ROTC thing, they had an event in Trophy Club. I had a bunch of rich people live there. I used to babysit for the Von Erichs. That's a Texas thing, yes, but a lot of people trained out of Memphis, Tennessee, and the Von Erichs were well known in that area too. Oh, I knew what you meant. Organic raw. He works for the bank. Yeah, well then he has money, but yeah, Trophy Club is a rich neighborhood. So is South Lake, Grapevine, and I guess there's a few others, but I'm not. Well, Keller's kind of, sort of. Watauga wants to be. We always joke that Watauga is on the cheap end of the rich neighborhoods. Actually, Keller's starting to be. But Trophy Club is definitely a rich neighborhood. At least you did not sit on the bench. Yeah, because that might be a felony offense or something. But yeah, when I first moved here, there was only like 3.4 million, and now there's over 7, and it's growing. They're building more homes, more apartments, more fast food places. Even the little town that I live in has grown in size quite a bit. It's okay, his wife thinks he's an only child. Do you ever, once in a while, just pop up and say, hey, remember me? I'm sister. Just to annoy her? I would. You know, just for fun. My legs kind of hurt. Actually, my body kind of hurts. Because I got those landscape timbers, and I moved them from the truck to the backyard. Yeah, that's what I would do. And then I kept moving them around and trying to figure out how I wanted it. And yeah, you know. And then I took dirt out of the little bed and put it into the new one. Our town will grow, but by a couple if you becomes... Yeah, that's true. I like it in that area too. It's the drive is kind of, I don't know how. When you live in this area and you can drive an hour to get to, like, it can take me an hour to get to Dallas, even though it's only 28 miles. But like driving to Louisiana, it's just miles and miles of trees, and occasionally you come to a little town with a Dollar General and a gas station. And that's about it. Maybe at McDonald's, if you're lucky. Or Sonic or something. And then you just keep going, and there's more trees and trees and trees and trees, and then another Dollar General. And that was my experience going to Louisiana. All 3 times. I grew up in a town with a population of 104 and a half. What's the half? I didn't live there, and I'm not half a person. Get it? Short joke? 5 foot? Bub was the half. That's funny. The bun in the oven is the half. That's what we used to say when I was growing up. If a man and woman were married, you know, like 2.5, because, you know, she was pregnant. Bun in the oven. A baby. A papoose. Short joke. See, bub? I'm not the only one that gets to hear the short jokes. You do, too. I hate driving through North Richland Hills. It will take you 2 hours to get through Fort Worth. I lived there for a year when Kendra was a baby. Yeah, and it's gotten worse. You know I love you, bub. Right? We love you, bub. But yeah, Misty, driving through North Richland Hills, Euless, Bedford, Arlington, Irving, depending on which way you're going, 121, 183, nightmare. I mean, I've literally had it take me, one time I had it take me 2 hours to get from Dallas to Fort Worth, because there was 2 cars broken down in the middle of the, you know, like say it's 3 lanes on there, big car broken down in the middle, and nobody get out to help move them. I love it. My daughter was born in HEB. Yep. Hurst, Bedford, Euless area. The city I'm in has a population of 405. Wow, that's tiny. Only one time did I live in a town that small, and it was in Missouri, when me and my husband was married, and our son was a baby, I think. Yeah. And we lived in a little town called Braggadocia, and it was like a 4-way stop with a post office and a gas station. Yeah. But let's see, what else? There's Haltom City, and then Watauga, North Richland Hills, Bedford, Euless, Hurst. Bedford or Hurst is where the mall is, the Northeast Mall is. I've been to Harris Methodist. My daughter was born actually in John Peter Smith, JPS, which is downtown Fort Worth. And I think my ex-husband was born there too, at John Peter Smith. But my ex-mother-in-law went to Harris quite often. And there's another hospital that's in the area. I think it's more closer to Grapevine. You met your husband in Richland Hills? Alright, bub, we'll be here. Well, at least until 7:45. Arlington. 2 Flags. Yeah. Baylor. That's it. I've been to Baylor. That's where, after I was diagnosed with COPD, I got a stress test done on my heart and a sonogram. And it was at Baylor. 6 Flags. Okay, yeah. 6 Flags is still in Arlington. We have a population of 480. Ooh, that's little. I think I have that in my neighborhood. Just saying. Actually, I think ours is up to 23,000 or 25,000. Let's look that up for giggles. What is the population of SAD? And if I learn to spell. As of 2017, it was 23,014. Alrighty. I'm sure it's bigger than that now. Conroe has a population of 80,000. See why I want to move home. Yeah. Most definitely. At least you got a subway. Sawmill, and that's it. Hey, Forking Along, how are you doing? Sorry, congested. The little town that I lived in Missouri, it had 2 stoplights. You used to have a Walmart, but they shut it down. That's why I'm glad I live here. Awesome, glad to hear it. Forking allotment. I think it's over 38,000 where I live. We're at 23. I'm sure we're at like 24 or 25 since that was 3 years ago when that one was done. They didn't have anything newer. Hey, Mick Morris, did I just see that you were here? I wish they would have a newer update of the population, because I know 2017 ain't it. Yep, there's Mick Morris. How you doing? Yeah, heartburn. But I know the population in the area itself is growing. You can tell just by the traffic. The traffic's horrible. Brett has my whole house smelling good. It's making me hungry. Yeah, I'm hungry just thinking about it, because I've had his black eyed peas and sausage. That stuff is great. And cornbread. Oh my goodness, that man can make some cornbread. Ouch. I think I had a splinter. That's what happens when you're cutting wood. Our city was incorporated as a city in 1906. It's 0.24 square miles. There's 1 4-way stop and a bunch of 2-way stops. Wow. Cornbread's going to be another now. Did my dog just open the door? She usually don't do that. Alright, Henry. I'll see you there. Most definitely. Will you make up your mind, dog? This is my door shutter. It's actually to put plants into an aquarium without getting your arm wet. But it works great as shutting the door. See you later, Josh. You have a good one, man. Ouch. I think I finally got it. You got fish. Yeah, I have a beta, and then I have this tank here that has golden panda mollies or something like that. And one of those big sucker fish. And a couple of albino catfish and some shrimp. Population here is 653. Hope County is 8,000. I looked it up. Yeah, I love my fish tanks. I have two. I did have another one, but I had a 10-gallon that used to sit right here, but I broke it down and added there. Switched accounts to give another view. I appreciate it. I need all I can get. Because, you know, I'm just an itty-bitty channel. My channel's about as big as I am. I think I'm fixing to have to go to the bathroom, though. Because I'm not sure if I can make it another 31 minutes. I have one fish tank and two turtle tanks. I thought about getting a turtle. I think that would be cool. You're so little. I know. I'm fun-sized. I'm like an adult, but smaller. Is my dog on the bed all by herself? Look at her. Isn't she so cute? Fun size. Yeah, I used to have a t-shirt that says that. Any tip on getting those hours done? Anyone? Lives. You can hold it. No. You must not know me very well. I know she's precious. She snuggled with me today. We had a nap. And she had her head like where her snout was tucked into my chin. And then she started to snore. But she's my baby. Normally she doesn't climb on the bed by herself. I have to be up there for her to do that. And it's nice. I said something. Wait, you want to come up and say hi? Come on. Come on. Come up and say hi. Yeah, it's Mama's babies. You're shedding? Her hair is everywhere. Say, look at my pretty face. I am scared of lives no one will show up or haters. The way my luck is, something bad would happen. I used to think that. And even if the haters show up, that's a view. Ow. Oh, my poor baby. You just don't get enough attention, do you, honey? I bet you. Don't make me in the face. I know where your mouth has been. No. What is it? Trying to get taller? That's my throat. Can we not step on Mama's throat? My dog is almost as big as I am. Let's see, go live, they will come. Yeah, most definitely. We all think that way at first. Just gotta jump on and do it. Yeah, I used to be terrified that I'd hit that live button and there'd be nothing but crickets. But if you keep doing it, people will show up, if nothing else, out of curiosity. But then you start getting your regulars, and I think the hardest time is to find a time that you can go live and be consistent with it. Do it every, if you're going to pick a time, try to do that every week. But because that helps people know when you're going to be on. But there's nothing wrong with like doing a random during the day live. I've often thought about it because maybe that way I could hit people that I can't get to now. Hey, Howdy Garden, how are you doing? But you just got to jump in and do it. I mean, worst case scenario, pretend you're talking to somebody inside that little camera. Like, I think one of the things that helped me was Marco Polo. It's that video app, and me and the Broussard Homestead and Grow Where You Planted talk to each other almost every day through that. Well, when you're talking on Marco Polo, using that app, you have to look at yourself. And looking at yourself talking, it gets you used to doing lives, because that's basically what you're doing until somebody shows up and starts talking. Just do it. Yeah, exactly. Think of something to talk about. If you're really scared that nobody's show up and there won't be anybody talking, come up with a little outline. Like, well, today I'm talking about the new garden beds I'm fixing to build. Not this weekend, but next weekend. Well, at least the wood part of it, the frame. It won't be until the first Monday of February before I can get the soil for it. I just got Marco again. I'll send you mine. Maybe you can. Yeah, most definitely. Cheap at gmail.com. You can email me your number and I will Marco Polo you. I think that, or I'll send you a request or something. I'm not sure how that works. But yeah, I'll Marco Polo you. Practice. It definitely, it helps. I'm building my raised beds. I filmed some of it, and I'm short and chunky. I'm short and chunky. In fact, if I get any more chunkier, I'll be able to roll around in the yard. I was in a live stream and the person kept smacking their words. Thanks, Frugal. I appreciate that. How do they smack their words? You mean like when they talk? Hey, Miss Susan. I've been waiting on you to show up. I got your seeds yesterday for the borage. Thank you. I'm going to definitely planting it in my tomatoes this year. And I think I might plant some near the corn. No, that's the nasturtiums. Which one attracts aphids? Good thing comes in small packages. That's what I've always been told. But yeah, I was so excited, and Megan goes, "You got mail?" And I'm like, "I know, right?" And I opened it up, and I'm like, "Yes, it's seeds." Did I miss something? Of course, that's not hard to do. I know, I'm short. It went over my head. I know somebody's going to say that or think it. Porridge is great. You can eat it, right? Yep. That was one of the reasons why I wanted it. But there was something else, or another reason why I wanted it. I know you can eat it, and I know I want to say it helped repel some hornworms or something, or did something for the tomatoes. And, behave, allotment. There was something about borage and something about, I think it was nasturtiums. Repels tomato hornworms, yes. Borage repels tomato hornworms, and I want to say nasturtium attracts aphids to it instead of your vegetables. I'm wanting to say that. Yes, because, like, your beans and peas, and I usually have sometimes a problem with the corn getting aphids, so plant nasturtiums around that, and that's supposed to attract the aphids to the nasturtiums. The borage is supposed to attract the hornworms to it, or repel the hornworms from it. It's been fun, but I have to go control the grandsons. All right, Camp Pendleton, I appreciate you stopping by, I really do. So it's better to plant with them. Yes. All right, like last year, I had planted a spinach plant. I think it was spinach and broccoli or something. And I don't know if it was aphids or I think it was some kind of caterpillar or something. Whatever it was, it attacked the spinach instead of my pepper plants. So I let the spinach plant go. And it kept growing even though it kept being attacked. I have you know that spinach plant got as tall as me. Actually got a little tall, like a foot or two taller than me. But it was ate up at the bottom, but at the top it wasn't too bad. But I was showing Amy from Broussard. She's like, "What spinach is that? I ain't never seen spinach get that tall." I'm like, that's what happens when you let it go. Hey, Gemini, how are you doing? Miss Denise. Bees love borage. Yes, and that was another reason why to plant borage, because it attracts bees. Mellows out bees. That's cool to know. I wanted to do borage, nasturtiums, marigolds, haha frugal. What's some ones that start with a G that I talk about in my videos all the time, but I can't even remember the name of them? Gardenias or something? Like, can she wait 30 minutes? Talking to my bladder. Hey, Buddy Nash, how are you doing, mister? Alright, people, we fixing take 5 because I gotta go to the bathroom. And I know Mama's East because it's because of the soda I drink. And she's probably right. And if Southern Blessed, I don't think is still in here, she's going to ask me, have I been drinking water? No, I don't drink water. Hey, Wayne. See, I knew it. I could feel a disturbance in the forest, Misty. I'm just saying. But I have to go to the bathroom, so time out. I know you gotta follow me everywhere, puppy. We need Jeopardy music. I don't do Dr. Pepper either. This is where the clock song needs to be played. Yeah, sorry about that. I actually went before I started my live, but you know, tiny bladder. I don't do any kind of soda. Actually, for like 8 months, I didn't either. I think it was March. No, I think it was January. January of 2018. I got dehydrated and sick, or heat exhaustion from building my U-shaped bed. And I had drank a hot soda. And I instantly regretted it. And I got a big glass of ice water and went to bed. Woke up about 1 o'clock that morning throwing up. I didn't drink another soda for, oh man, like 7 months. You're a back potty for me. But lots of coffee. See, now my coffee is sweeter than my soda. So, because everybody used to joke saying I needed to drink more coffee or start drinking coffee and give up soda. until they found out how I drank my coffee. Then they changed their mind on that. But because my coffee has creamer, 2 teaspoons of sugar, creamer, chocolate syrup, almond extract, vanilla extract, and something else. Your coffee is Starbucks on steroids, pretty much. Except mine still tastes like coffee. I mean, you can taste it. Alright, organic, I have no problem being your background noise. Actually, I do that quite often. A lot of times I'm in your lives, you just don't know it because I'm doing something with both hands, like cooking or folding laundry or something, and I don't get around to chatting, and say, hey, I'm here. I will hit the like button, but then I go back to doing whatever. I'm like one of those. I'll be in your live just doing something. But I try to jump in, especially if it's on my phone. But usually my hands are full and I'm doing something or I'm driving. Sorry, I had that typed and didn't hit enter. I've done that too. I've done that while texting or, sending an instant message. I'll type something and think I hit enter, set the phone down, and then come back an hour later and I haven't sent it. Yeah, I'm definitely a ghost. It happens a lot more than people think. It's because I want to watch and listen to everybody, and you get busy, and so you can't always just stop and and be in the conversation constantly. You gotta get things done. So instead of missing out, I just put it, the phone somewhere and do laundry or mop the floor or sweep, cook, whatever. I do that a lot too. It's just easier. And sometimes, if it's really interesting, I try to jump in. Or, hey, welcome back, Gemini. And Miss Denise. But, I'll sit there and I'll be listening, but I'll be doing cooking or washing dishes or mopping the floor, doing laundry or something. And that's why I like to Marco Polo. Oh, I have a question. I'm going back and forth with, maybe y'all can help. Ask away. Because you can message and then go back to doing whatever you want to do. Is that what you're talking about, Amy? You kind of lost me there for a minute. Of course, that ain't hard. I can't get over how short my bangs are. For y'all that don't know, my bangs were down to here. I got that much cut off. using the camera as a mirror. I was in a 2 family homesteads live last night and the night before. I need my haircut so bad. I did too. It'd been 4.5 years. I have longer hair than you now. No, I still have it in the back. Kinda. I mean, it goes down to it's past my shoulders. I mean, not a whole lot past them, but it's past my shoulders. I got it layered. Was that wild or what? Yes. In fact, I had the phone on the washer, had the dryer door open, and I have this Bluetooth speaker, and I ended up having to put it on the Bluetooth speaker because I could hear. Every once in a while I could hear Daryl and Chris, but not one of the callers, or I couldn't hear the prank caller dude. And I was just like, so I put it on the Bluetooth to make it louder, and I'm sitting here folding clothes, and every once in a while when something weird happened, I'm like, and I just look at the phone. In fact, I actually had to back it up where he said something about he'd give a hint he'll be 33 in June. And I didn't catch it, so I had to back it up and rewatch it. Buddy, the weather is... Well, it was 52 when I started my live. It is now 51. It was sunny today, but it rained for like the last 2. And it's supposed to rain next Tuesday. I'm looking for a new toupee, but the funeral home doesn't have any, but could get some any day. You might also want to check veterinarians or dog pounds. I'm just saying. What are you chewing on, Miss Zena? What are you chewing on? Paper? Really? I thought you was a dog, not a goat. Just now, Mozzie. I'm looking for... Oh, that's my leg. Come say hi if you coming. I don't mind. It's raining here and has been for 2 days. See, it rained here for the last 2 days, and today it's stopped. Well, I think it slowed down yesterday, but it stayed cloudy. Today, the sun actually came out for a few hours. It was actually raining this morning when I got up a little bit. Kind of that misty, foggy rain. Hey, doggy. They're saying hi to you. You want to say hi back? I ain't got no food up here. I don't know what you're looking for. You already ate the muffin. Hi, how you doing? Hi, how you doing? You trying to get taller than me? Is that what it is? I can feel her muscles on her back. Oh, get down, baby. Look up a few comments. Okay. I don't see it. I did see a flattened raccoon on the road, but didn't want Daniel Boone look. Oh my goodness. It has been raining and cold. I'm ready for spring to be here. Spring to be sprung. Yes, me too. But the only thing I kind of worry about is the end of January. This is Texas. January and February, that's our winter. And we really just haven't had a winter. I mean, it's hit freezing or below freezing maybe 7 times, but they never really last more than 48 hours, or maybe if that long, maybe 24 hours. I got a feeling this summer's going to be bug-filled. So no... I need to get mine started next week, because most of them say 6 to 8 weeks before. Next week marks my 8th week, because our last frost date is March 21st. I probably won't put things out until maybe March 31st. Maybe might have a few more days of winter. Maybe. But usually Miami is a little warmer than the rest of Florida anyway. Like my mom lives in was it Arbondale? No, Zephyr Hills area. And we compare the weather a lot. And a lot of times, there's sometimes I'm warmer than she is. That is ours also. If we get a good freeze, it's usually at this... Yeah, it's usually January, February. Well, we got our first one, October 31st, November 1st. It was like 2 weeks early. Wiped out the garden, like, super quick. And then we've had a couple of them. We'll be back to 80 soon. I was 80 last week, like for one day, but it was still. We're starting the greenhouse next weekend. Yeah, I said I don't have a greenhouse, but I do have a grow light, and I usually stick it on my dresser over here that you can kind of see. And I'll turn the it's like a shop light, and I'll have it that far from the little seedlings until they get a little bigger. Then I take them outside to the covered patio, and I start letting them sit outside and trying to get them acclimated to the outside, and I start a new run of plants over here. If we don't look out for the bugs and snakes, no joke, buddy, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid this summer is going to be extremely hot and extremely bug-filled, or pest infestation. Because this past season, even Jess from Root to Refuge was saying the same thing. It seemed like the pest hit quick and hard and early. And they were just a nightmare. Frugal, why did your farmhouse or greenhouse take a tumble? Was it in a storm? We just had a good freeze down here. We didn't. I mean, it got close, but it didn't freeze. I think it was like 33. Mine's been okay, and my polytunnel too. See, that's what I'm thinking about doing with the two long beds that I'm building. I could put 4 cattle panels going across, and then in November cover them with a plastic, and make a temporary greenhouse out of it. Yep, very high winds. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. My farm is north of that. Okay, organic. Sorry, I didn't see that. Yeah, you stay in Miami, but your farm is north of Miami. How far north? Like in the Orlando or the Tampa area, or like in between Orlando and Miami? He had high winds, but no damage, luckily. Right? Gemini, they were having black-eyed peas and cornbread. And I want to say sausage. Getting ready to leave the mall and drive home. See y'all guys later. Later, Thrifty. Be safe. Fort White. Not sure where that one's at. I'll rebuild it. It will be stronger. $6 million greenhouse. That's funny, Frugal. Brett made black-eyed peas with sausage and cornbread. Yeah, see, I thought it was sausage in there. 45 minutes north of Rainbow River. Okay. Hey, Nathan T. How are you doing? How you doing on this groovy Thursday night? But, that was funny, Frugal. That gave me flashbacks. I used to watch that show. The Bonnet Man. Hey, Gmo's garden, how you doing? I made bacon, bell pepper, onions, mushrooms, and fried cabbage for my supper tonight. That sounds good. Along the river homestead. I haven't had supper yet. Dinner. I hear Amy Broussard going, Jesus went to the Last Supper, not the last dinner. I like the Bonnet Woman. I liked Wonder Woman. I used to have the Wonder Woman underoos. We were talking about that the other day. Blessed but so freaking sleepy. No nap today. Oh, I'm so sorry. I did get my nap today. Me and the dog laid down about 3 o'clock. I make sure to get my nap way in before my lie now. I had barbecue pork fries, deep fried pickles, cauliflower, and mushrooms. Oh, I miss mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I liked Wonder Woman too. I thought she rocked. Wayne says it was the $6 million man in the Bonnet Woman. Yep. It definitely was. I remember watching that. I also watched Emergency... Oh, what was it called? Emergency 911 or something like that. And oh yeah, I love mushrooms. Fried mushrooms, stuffed mushrooms. Yeah, Emergency 911. had the fire truck. I watched Mork and Mindy. I also watched Bonanza. The Waltons. A Little House on the Prairie. Good night, good people. It's got to get me about an hour nap. Alright, Gmail, you get your nap. Sweet dreams. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Dave Northwater. That was just emergency. So I couldn't remember if it had 911 on the end of it or if it was emergency. Had the 2 fire trucks. Yes, I did like Little Joe, but I also liked Hoss. I thought Hoss was cool. Because he was a big dude. Oh, I know the Waltons and the Little House on the Prairie. Yep, I watched both of those growing up. And, of course, I watched MASH. Because my mom loved MASH. I even watched Shirley Temple as a little kid. Gage and DeSoto? No. Starsky and Hutch. God, what is Beretta? Anybody remember that? I think that was a 70s show. I like Shirley Temple now. Or I love Shirley Temple now. Yeah. I used to want to grow up to be her. Girl Believe. I used to watch that Girl Believe It or Not. Which one, Nathan? Beretta? I don't think hardly anybody knows of Beretta anymore. He had the parrot on his shoulder. And, oh, Barney Miller and Welcome Back, Kotter. Oh, thank you, Dave Northwater. I just remember it was the blonde and the brunette. I was a kid, but I did love the show. And I also watched Chips. We didn't get many of the U.S. programs over here when I was a kid. I'm sorry. Wayne wants to know if you know Dan Tawana. No. At least not. That ain't enough info. Barbarino was his name. Yes. Had the parrot on his shoulder. Or it was a detective with a bird. The Starsky and Hutch, Beretta. Oh, what was that other one that came on at night? It was a detective show. Barney Miller? I think that was it, maybe. I think it was Barney Miller. And Taxi, I watched that. That was more 80s. Mannix? Don't remember that. No, I didn't watch that show. Barney B. Jones, yep. Rockford Files. Kind of remember the Rockford Files, but not as much. But I remember Barney Miller and Starsky and Hutch and oh, I just said it. The Barbarino one. Completely lost me on some of these. Sorry, man. Going back to childhood. Watched a lot of westerns with John Wayne. And Welcome Back, Kotter. Yeah. I definitely watched Welcome Back, Kotter. Quantum Leap. I remember that one. Yeah. But Quantum Leap was more 80s. Like Welcome Back, Kotter, and the rest of those were 70s, I do believe. At least I think they were. Another 80s one would be Night Court. My dad watched the show with the guy that had the white bird. Yes. And that's the one I can't think of right now. Barbarino or whatever was his name, but yes, Magnum P.I. I remember that one. Hey, Cajun Homesteader. I used to love Magnum P.I. Beretta, thank you. Barbarino, Beretta. He's the one that had the white bird. Yep. I remember watching that when I was a kid. It was, I don't know, I love those shows. I don't know why, but I did. I watched and loved Lucy, Night Court, Chips, and Gunsmoke. Yes, I watched Gunsmoke, Chips, and Night Court. I didn't watch I Love Lucy so much, but I did when I got older, like the reruns. Starsky and Hutch I definitely watched a lot of, and Magnum P.I. Kit, oh my god, Knight Rider. Yes, I definitely know Knight Rider. Gilligan's Island. The plane. Hazel was a good one, the blonde and the Dagwood. Now that one I don't know. Gunsmoke was good. Oh, I read Gilligan's Island and I was thinking of Fantasy Island. The Love Boat. How many of y'all remember that one? Oh, Her from Her Friends, this really sweet little girl that is about 3 years old that lives on in my head, needs to go to bed. She's running back and forth and it's going to drive me crazy mad. Alright, Mama Z, you go get some sleep and we'll pray for you. Fantasy Island was the plane. Yep. Little dude named Tattoo. The plane, boss, the plane. I think of one of the videos I did, I was a garden update or something, and I kept getting planes going over, and I'll look up and I go, plane. And Bub said something about that one. Happy Days. Yes. Hey. Love the Fonz. And that was also when we watched MASH, because my mom loved MASH. I wasn't crazy about it then. I grew to like it later on. And oh my goodness, Star Trek. We watched a lot of Star Trek. That's where Mort first came from, Morgan Mindy. Yep. No, the little girl upstairs needs to go to bed. Oh, I thought you was talking about the little girl in your head. Sorry. I know Happy Days too. I'm not uneducated. Laverne and Shirley. Oh my goodness, yes. I don't watch current TV. It's stupid to me. The only thing I watch on current TV is NCIS. And once that goes off the air, then I'm done. Odd Couple. Oh my God, John Ritter. What was that show? Three's Company, I do believe. Thump, thump, thump. Yep, Three's Company. Hey, Little Bit Spot. We're talking about the geriatric shows right up my alley. I never did get into Law and Order. I mean, I've watched Law and Order, but I've never got into it like I do NCIS. You can ask me anything about NCIS, and I can pretty much tell you. Perfect Strangers as well. I haven't watched that one. But, you know, I've watched every season of NCIS, but once it's done, then I probably won't have a use for TV. Occasionally I'll watch, what's that called? God Friended Me, but that's usually when I'm bored and have nothing else to do. And I still have YouTube, so I don't never really get that bored. That's because you have a crush on Gibbs. Yes. That and I love his rules. You know, rule number 9, never leave home without a knife. Yes, I did watch the Twilight show. And that brings me back. But yes, I did have a crush on Gibbs. I always thought he was cool. I did Organic Roots. I don't remember that. Alright, Nathan, you have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And thanks for joining us down memory lane. Yes, I definitely watched The Twilight Zone. I always thought it was cool. Yes, definitely. Loved Starsky and Hutch. I loved, well, the one Emergency. I had a crush on those guys, too, even as a kid. And, Chips. Poncherello? Was that his name? Oh, man. John and Poncherello, I think, were the two guys that rode the Chips, or the Los Angeles Highway Patrol or something. Dukes of Hazzard. Watch them, too. As soon as I said it, I saw it. Chips, Major Hot Flash, MASH. Major Hot Lips, Houlihan. Yep. My mom loved MASH. She watched it every time it came on. Klinger and Radar, they were one of my favorites. And, oh, who was the guy that was always getting in trouble? Klinger always wore dresses. Radar he would just pop up out of nowhere and hear things, or know if something was going to happen before it did. But there was that one guy, Adam 12. I did not know that. Thanks, Frugal. Sanford and Son, yes, I did watch that one. And, Jeffersons. Alright, Miss Susan, we'll definitely see you in Amy's. Yes, I loved Highway to Heaven, too. Radar. Yep, but there was one of the lead. Who was the lead surgeon for MASH? Does anybody remember? Because I'm going to have to look that up. It's going to drive me crazy. He had the dark hair. Because it was Frank Burns, Hot Lips Houlihan, Radar. Oh yeah, definitely Little House on the Prairie and Sanford and Son. Watched both of those. That was we just said it. Or I just said it. Good Times. The one with the JJ Dynamite dude. That was Good Times. Hawkeye Pierce. Thank you. That was going to drive me insane. Alan Alda. Yes. You're welcome, Denise. But Good Times. That was which one JJ was from. But yes, Hawkeye Pierce. He was the main character in MASH. And then there was Colonel Potter. Is that right? Colonel Potter. That sounds funny now. Three's Company. Yep, I watched that one. And I watched the Star Trek that had Captain Kirk in it. That really screams my age. And I think that was my mom's favorites. Was MASH, Star Trek. Oh, she likes Starsky and Hutch and Laverne and Shirley. Hey, Simple Man, you snuck in on me. Or Simple Jan. Next Generation was the best, though. Yes. I love Captain Picard. Make it so. Yes, and 7 and 9. Next Generation was definitely my favorite. But I did watch Deep Space Nine and, the one with Captain Janeway. I can't remember the name of it. Hot Lips Houlihan was MASH. Engage, yeah. Engage. You have the floor, number one. My mom liked to watch Tom Jones, too. Yeah. There was quite a few my mom liked. And that was a couple of them. Buddy was a MASH fan. Yeah, my mom loved MASH. And at the time, I got so sick of MASH, I couldn't see straight. I like it now, but, that's because now I'm older and it's nostalgia. It brings back memories. But we watched a lot of MASH and a lot of Star Trek. And the Prime Directive. Yes, I remember the Prime Directive. Not to interfere or something with other planets. Hee-haw. Now, I watched that one when I was little at my grandma's. Whenever my grandma would babysit me, I watched Hee-haw. Loved Hee-haw. I forgot all about that one. You've heard of MASH and Chips, but never heard of them. MASH was an army TV show about, what was it, the Korean War? And it was the hospital part of it. And Chips was a highway patrol or motorcycle highway patrol cop show. The Lawrence Welk Show. I don't remember that one. My wife was in love with Donny Osmond. Yeah. I know a lot of girls that were, or a lot of ladies, I should say. Alright, people, it is 7:50. The Broussards come on in like 10 minutes. And I know there's a few others. And I always like to give that intermission where you can get off of my live, go to the bathroom, get you something to drink, something to eat, or whatever, before we just, raid Amy's. A Wonderful, Wonderful, and Geritol. Donnie Marie. But, to bravely go where no man has gone before. Yep. But y'all have a great night, and thanks for stopping by. I love y'all, and God bless. And I will see you at Amy's if you're there. Later, taters.